We also buy when we can get them at good prices. We buy used mobile homes and bring those in. We don't rent them, then we rent to own them, or we help folks get proper mortgages.
Let's dive into the top 3 secrets right now for mobile home park investing.
Yeah.
But in particular, think of it at a higher level a little bit, maybe, folks that maybe have owned multifamily or senior housing, right? Or retail, right? Ooh, get out of retail if you can, right? And now mobile home parks. Why, Jefferson? And tell us a little bit about the returns and what you've seen.
So it is still a mostly overlooked niche, certainly gaining in popularity, but still nothing quite like what we've seen in the other basic food groups, traditional multifamily, hotel, office, what have you. So prices tend to be better. There are a couple other things though beyond that. First is that, at least the way we do it, we tend to buy parks that are not horizontal apartment buildings. What I mean by that is we tend to buy mobile home parks where the tenants own those mobile homes, not us. Implication there is that we don't have to maintain all those proverbial leaky roofs and leaky toilets. The tenants do that. It's their home. So that's been a big win to just have our repair and maintenance budget drop. It's typically 5 or 6% of rents. My understanding, I've never owned an apartment complex, but my understanding is traditional multifamily is probably 3x that, somewhere around 15 or 18% of apartment rents go to repair and maintenance because, again, it's so expensive to maintain those improvements to the land. Another thing is, in this business, again, we have folks, frankly, that graduate up out of the apartments. They might not be able to live in a site-built house, Brett, as nice as you and I are blessed to do. But this is their home. This is what they can afford. And it's better to be a homeowner of a mobile home, not as good as a site-built home investment, but still far better for these folks to become a homeowner of a mobile home than to remain an apartment renter and just throw away their rent money. Once you own a home, again, not as good of an investment as a site-built house, but still dramatically better for these folks than remaining in an apartment. So our mission is, of course, we are first and foremost a for-profit fund, but we also have a social mission, and that social mission is to help folks become homeowners. So we bring in mobile homes new from the factory to infill any vacant pads. We also buy when we can get them at good prices. We buy used mobile homes and bring those in. We don't rent them, then we rent to own them, or we help folks get proper mortgages. But either way, we're all about building communities of owners, helping folks that typically make around $35,000 a year. We help them with a clear path to become a homeowner and get out of that game of paying rent. So that's something else, again, that I find particularly compelling about the manufactured housing space versus apartments, which tries to trap people into paying rent forever.
Gotcha. And so powerful and so overlooked, I think, right, on that simple nuance that it's home ownership, but at a drastically reduced price. And we'll talk about some examples of that here in a minute. But by the way, I'm originally from the Bay Area, Mission San Jose, Fremont, just around the corner from San Francisco, right? I live in Sacramento now, and so still have a lot of family there. And California's been faced with just a housing crisis for I don't know how long now, and the cost to build and the cost to own is just very, very challenging for so many people, right? And you're right, when you're dependent upon a apartment complex, or you're dependent upon different rules, and you don't own something yourself, it tends to be not as desirable, right? Not as great for the family and communities.